A very good evening to my English lecturer Inche Mohammed Haris. I am Devendra son of Sila Subramaniam from DPE 1B and my matrix number is 33 DPE 20F1022. Today I am here to do my oral presentation from the subject Communicative English, and the code for the subject is DUE 10012. My title of this presentation is Gentrification. I'm pretty sure that most of us wouldn't know what is gentrification meant by until I end my presentation. So, I would like to start my presentation. Before proceeding to my presentation, this is my outline of the presentation. At the first part, I wrote about my purpose of choosing this topic in slide 3. And the second is definition of gentrification in slide 4. And the third is types of gentrification in slide 5, and number 4, factors affecting gentrification in slide 6, followed by effects of gentrification in slide 7, and values that community can gain from this topic from gentrification in slide 8, and the conclusion in the last slide. So okay, first of all, I would like to share my opinion of why I chose this topic. My purpose of choosing this topic. I chose this topic due to Malaysia has too many abandoned houses in urban areas. As we all can see, there is too many unplanned and abandoned housing areas which remains undeveloped. By then, it has the potential to be developed to an advanced area. This area has the potential for being developed to an advanced level. As I said just now, these undeveloped and abandoned housing areas and the urban areas has the potential to be developed to a greater level. And then I would like to explain you all about what is the definition of gentrification. And by explaining this, I would like to hear that you all would know what is gentrification is meant by. Gentrification is the process of changing an abandoned neighborhood and abandoned housing areas to a more attractive and wealthier place by bringing wealthy and middle class family. Gentrification is mainly involves of bringing a wealthier family and a middle class family. It doesn't, as all of us know, in case if there is an area which is fully occupied by middle class family and middle class family and wealthier family, the area would look a bit more attractive and bit more outstanding than the normal areas. It doesn't mean that I'm criticizing normal poor peoples and dull area, but that's the norm of this world. So let's move on to the types of gentrification. There are mainly 4 types of gentrification. First type is expensive gentrification. Expensive gentrification here means it's not about the cost, it's about the rate of expansion. As we can see in my presentation, I have stated that it has the strong core to grow bigger. It means it has the potential to be developed to a much bigger place, and this type of cities is usually easy to move around. And the second type of gentrification is concentrated gentrification. From the name itself, we can see that it is concentrated. It means there is the density of the people in these areas are high, and it consists of affluent resident. Affluent resident means wealthier peoples. And the third type of gentrification is limited gentrification. Limited gentrification only occurs in a limited and a specific area, as it doesn't spread much faster compared to expansive gentrification. So it is also very dense and not easy to move around, as the structures and the planning of these areas is too compact. And the last type of gentrification is nascent gentrification. This type of gentrification is where they will totally rebuild the area to a new layout which has a totally different plans. and usually this type of gentrification is more focused on walkable areas, which will make people to walk more easily throughout the cities, and also it is very easy to travel. And there are mainly three types of factors that affect gentrification, and unplanned development is the major factor that cause gentrification. As all of us know, an unplanned development will always be failed, and this is one of the example. It has the lack of planning, as but the area has the potential to develop to an advanced level, but due to lack of planning, it doesn't revolve the maximum potential of this area. Thus, this causes gentrification. And another factor that causes gentrification is increase in traffic congestion. Increase in traffic congestion is because of increase in population. When there is increase in population, the number of vehicles will increase. Thus, it can cause higher rates of accident if the roads and the traffic lights are didn't managed in a proper way, didn't managed properly by the government. And the third the third factor that causes gentrification is preference of city amenities. Preference of city amenities. Amenities here is meant by attractive and diversity in a structure, due to peoples who likes housing areas which has a good looking structure, will will cause gentrification. As I wrote in my presentation, preference of people for diversity of houses, and diversity in their surroundings, like shops with different kind of looks, and that is the one of the factor that cause gentrification. And these are the effects of gentrification. The first effect is decrease in crime rates. As all of us know, in the place where wealthier people and a middle class people stays, the crime rate is much lower compared to a place where poor people stays. Because in a wealthier people staying places, the security is high, and the possibilities for a crime to occur is very less. And the second effect of gentrification is rate of vacant decreases. Rate of vacant here refers to number of unoccupied houses. When a place is being gentrified by making a house looks more nicer design, and the surrounding looks more attractive, of course it will be a attraction from people outside there to come and buy houses at here. So this is one of the good effect of gentrification. And the last effect of gentrification is become environmental friendly area. Mainly this gentrification need to be focused on environmental gentrification, where it focus about environmental friendly development to sustain a greenery environment and to make less pollution, as nowadays the development is causing more pollution, such as air pollutions and heat pollutions. And these are the values from this topic that can be referred to the community. The first is neighborhood relations get stronger. When a urban area and an abandoned area is gentrified and made into a wealthier place, the neighborhood relations of these peoples get stronger. This is because they are all educated peoples, so the communication between them will be much good, and this is the factor that can make a relation of them get stronger. And secondly, spirit of neighborhood increases. Spirit of neighborhood increases. And the third is builds good mental health for the community. So as all of us know, a good surrounding can build up a good mental health for all of us. And then number 4 is develops communities disciplinary level. Disciplinary level here refers to as the small children grow, they need to be in a place where the community is in a the disciplinary level is high, so that they can grow, so they can be raised in a very proper manner. And number 5 is boost self-esteem for the community. boost self-esteem for the community here means like it is a place of their dream where they can show their best level best show their level best for the in their living. And number 6 is increase in productivity. And in conclusion, more areas in our country can be gentrified to develop to its maximum level so that it can reduce the rate of deforestation. And this is the main reason why I chose gentrification. It has the maximum when a place is gentrified to its maximum potential, the rate of deforestation will be decreased. This is because the government is not focusing on gentrification. They are more focusing on developing a new area which is causing deforestation. So the environmental gentrification to go towards environmental friendly development. And gentrification can mainly focus to environmental friendly gentrification, which will be good to the environment. Since then, about my presentation, thank you.